Okay, that's better. Now, what I just wanted to point out is this was the one that failed right here, and the reason why this divot ended up being so far back was because when I tried to put down a welcome mat or a coal catcher underneath, right, like this, and I used a piece of wood that was too thick, and so when I put my foot on it, the thing rolled. So it rolled away from the notch. So I can show you a side view. It rolled this way because I had it under here. So when I put my foot on it, it rolled up this way. So the spindle, instead of being like this, now the spindle is like this. So it actually drilled towards the center of this hearthboard at an angle like that. So it ended up, all of the dust, instead of coming out on the notch, the dust collected all the way around here, and the thing was starved for oxygen. So all the failure modes I had, and quite frankly most of the failure modes I get, always has to do with lack of oxygen. Because one, once you pretty much know what kind of wood to use, the fuel part's not an issue, and you're in charge of generating the heat. So most of the time, and if it's too wet, that's what happens. You start losing your heat, because as the water evaporates and turns into vapor, it actually absorbs heat, so it sucks heat out of the system and makes it harder to get an ember. But that aside, most of the time it's lack of oxygen. And so since I was getting all the dust around here and none of it was falling down below and collecting into a pile where it would start getting hotter and hotter, it had nowhere to go. And so then I tried again. I took that thing out, I tried again, but now this time it was too far, it was still too far back. So that's when I stopped and made the notch deeper. And when I made the notch deeper, now I'm trying the third time. The board was too thin, so I ended up drilling through it. There's a little tiny hole. Well, you can't see it, but it actually drilled right through the whole thing. So I ran out of material. So that's why I ended up starting over here. And when I started over here, I did everything correctly in that I didn't have anything that would cause this to roll. So when I was drilling, it was exactly perpendicular. You want to make sure that your spindle is perpendicular to your hearthboard, because that also gives you the maximum transfer of energy. That's why you don't want to do anything that makes it wobble or anything like that. So I just wanted to let you get that information, so that would be like a learning experience, because I didn't have time and it was too dark to show you what happened. But what it was lack of oxygen. The hearthboard rolled on me, and so I drilled away instead of you know, drilling towards the edge. I was drilling away from it, and I put a hole way far back. And so that's really what happened. All right. I'm gonna stay here and maybe make a fire or something. So I'll come back. I'll turn the camera back on when I'm doing something a little more interesting. But thanks again for watching. Once again, this is John Newton, and I'm gonna sign off now, and I'll turn the camera back on if I decide to do something cool. God bless, and I hope everyone has a wonderful and blessed Christmas. See you later. sopping wet out here. It's been raining all evening and all day it rained. So it was not easy trying to find dry wood. I basically was getting squaw wood. That's the wood, the dead stuff on the bottom of pines. I had a little bit of dry tinder for a bird's nest, and I used my flint and steel, of course, that was dry. Making my coffee with my alcohol stove so I can control it a little better. I'm making it like Morris Kahansky does, and so I want to make sure that I can control when it boils and get it taken off quickly. Well, I hope you enjoyed this outing. I just wanted to make sure I let you know what the failure mode was from, because I wasn't really clear in the last video. But it's good to be back. I just want to wish everybody a wonderful Merry Christmas, and I just want you to know I love you guys, and it's just been a great ride so far, and I was gone for practically a year because I purchased a small resort on Lake of the Ozarks. It's called Wilson's Resort, and so I'd love to see you guys come out, anybody that can make it. It's Lake of the Ozarks is pretty much central Missouri, and I've been spending a lot of time out there, going back and forth, and now I'm back in New York for pretty much the rest of the winter. So until we meet again, God bless.